Hey everybody, today I'm going to talk to you about the most important category of software on my machine. And it's not what you think it is. It is voice-to-text software. And about 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's. And one of the challenges that Parkinson's patients have is that we go through kind of these ups and down periods. And in the down periods, typing oftentimes becomes very difficult. There are times when if I didn't have voice-to-text software, I wouldn't be able to work. And so when I was first diagnosed 10 years ago, I started using a program. It was the only program available, really, called Dragon. And it was slow, it was kludgy, it crashed all the time, it was inaccurate, it was expensive, it was difficult to configure, and it was indispensable. That, for all the reasons I hated that software, it let me work when I otherwise wouldn't have been able to. And about 2 years ago, there was a program called VoiceIn that was a Chrome extension, and that incorporates some AI features, and it let me get rid of Dragon, and it worked quite well. But one of the things about it is it only worked in the web. And that has become a real issue because programs like Cursor, Windsurf, the AI models that all join the MCP, they all require desktop apps. And so if you use voice to text, you can't use it in those. And so I actually used the deep research function in ChatGPT to figure out if there was new innovations in voice to text that would help me and be able to operate fully across all applications. And what I found was one called Wispr Flow, and it's based on the OpenAI open source Wispr models. So let me show you how this works. When I hit the hotkey, the Control Alt, you'll see down here that this little microphone bar starts picking up my voice. And what I can do is I can just hold that down and keep talking and dictating. And when I let up, it will then transcribe that with accurate punctuation, capitalization, spelling into whatever app I'm in. So I let that go, it thinks for a little bit, and boom. And you can see right here, it's got the punctuation, it's got Control plus Alt, it's got things capitalized properly. And so let me show you a little more on this. That if I hold this down, and there's a whole bunch of things I like about this. As I say, it's very easy to set up and learn. I think anybody, even if you haven't used voice to text, within a half hour can get it set up and know all you need to know about using it. It's extremely accurate, as I say, particularly with regard to capitalization and punctuation. It works in the web and non-web apps, so it works great with AI. It's great for coding. It works in over 100 languages. I don't know for the lesser known and used languages if it's got the same accuracy, but I do know that the Wispr model is very accurate, even for some relatively uncommon languages. Now, I just let up the button, and one of the things you can see here is that it took all that down in dictation. Now what I can do in addition to this is I can go into a command mode and I can edit it dynamically. So take that text and turn it into bullet points. And if I then let that go, what it's going to do is it's going to apply AI and it's going to format that text. So what I can do now is I can go into command mode and I can say, add a hard return between each bullet point. And you can see that that's exactly what it does. In addition, it has a custom dictionary, so you can add additional things into it that it doesn't spell right or words it doesn't know. But the thing is, you really don't have to do that much because it learns dynamically and it adds new words and abbreviations and terminologies in automatically when it sees you making those those dynamic corrections. It's inexpensive. It's probably a fifth the cost of Dragon. It has a full 2-week trial period, and it has these natural keyboard shortcuts that flow really naturally into our workflow. I've also got them linked up to my Stream Deck. So as always, I have no affiliation with this program, or this company, or any financial interest in it whatsoever. But I just think it's an amazing program. And for those of you who have accessibility issues, it is remarkably fast. And if we go here and we say home, watch this. My average words per minute is 117 words per minute. That's remarkable. That you are not going to be able to type anywhere near that. And so even if you're somebody who is fully capable of typing, you're going to find this a big productivity enhancement. So as always, I hope you found that helpful. I hope it's something that if you have a need for this, that you really look into. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.